can't wait to see this one.
Of all the superstars on the roster, this guy is amongst the hardest working. That goes without saying.
Definitely shout out to Don Chaos. We know you got our back, and we got your back too, man. Denver, Colorado all day, brother. We're definitely going to hook up with you. Much love to Carnival Spirits for putting us on as well on this YouTube, man.
Shout out to you, Don Chaos, for, what is this episode, like 126 or something like that?
Yes, sir.
You've been putting in work, bro. Respect. Y'all doing some shit for the community and the fam out there. Appreciate it. So just keep doing what y'all doing, you know what I mean?
Congrats to Don Chaos for 1,000 subscribers. Whoop, whoop.
Keep it going, man.
Congratulations, Don Chaos. Yes, keep it going, man. Good luck to you, fucking Don Chaos, and fucking hell yeah on your 1,000 fucking followers.
You know who it is. It's Ouija Mac, bitch. Shout out to Carnival Spirits. And fucking shout out to Don Chaos one time. You know what's going on.
This is my brother. Everyone, Don Chaos and Brother Lynch Hung here.
Yeah, and Carnival Spirits. What's up, man? Don Chaos. What's up? It's your boy Brother Lynch Hung. We out here tonight. Let's go.
Fuego Flays and my nigga Don Chaos. What's going on, B? It's my brother right here. My boy. Excuse the left, excuse the left.
Yo, what up, y'all? This is Don Chaos, and I'm with a very legendary man. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Hey, Sean. Yeah, we at the gathering, y'all.
Radio show of the year. This one's always controversial. Coming in number one, we got Hours of Chaos with Don Chaos. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, there. Congratulations, man. Don Chaos, Hours of Chaos.
Yo, yo, yo. What is good, everyone? This is your host. This is the one and only Mr. D to the O to the N to the C to the H to the A to the O to the S. Your friendly neighborhood JUGGALO, the Karma Millionaire, back here on with the Hours of Chaos podcast. This is episode 203. Got a great show. What is up to everyone in the chat? Somebody's poisoned the water. Hell yeah. What is good, everyone? What is up, Charles Reeves? What is up, Spec One? What is up, King Chris? What is up, Tyler Dudley? What is good? So yeah, we got quite a very great episode going on tonight. Of course, tonight we are going to be joined by our guests. This guest spot has been a long time coming. You could say the stars aligned or the planets aligned in the universe. And tonight we are going to be joined by House of Id. House of Id is a very long time follower of the Hours of the Hours of Chaos podcast. He's a longtime follower. He's actually considered one of the official street team members of the Hours of Chaos podcast, which is what we call the Cult of Chaos. So, of course, kick back, relax, enjoy yourselves, light something up, smoke something, drink something. And let's get ready for a very in-depth episode of the Hours of Chaos podcast, when we delve deep down into the rabbit hole with our guest, House of Id. So make sure you guys not only have both your eyes open for this interview tonight, make sure you have your third eye open. Hopefully a lot of you have learned to open your third eye. Broaden your mind. Jamming out to Terror Wheel? Fuck yeah. What is up, Lady Chaos? Again, make sure you guys are using those hashtags across the screen. Hashtag Underground Unity. Hashtag Underground United, not divided. Y'all are quoting Toy Story, and y'all are going to make me want to watch Toy Story later on tonight. All 4 Toy Story movies. Now I'm going to binge watch all of them tonight. Hey, Toy Story is awesome, though. Those movies are awesome. Very heartfelt, too. Especially if you guys seen the 3rd or the 4th one. Whew. Yes, we all about underground unity here. We're not like people who claim that they have a love and appreciation for the underground, but we know the shady tactics that people have done in the past. We see through those people's bullshit. Hell yeah, but we're going to go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes and bring our guests on. Okay, go ahead and send them the link. This is one of my other favorite beats to use on the show. This beat is called Into Space. I love it. It's the perfect beat for our guest tonight. Okay. Hell yeah. Yep. This is going to be a very great show, so let's go ahead and send the link to our guest. Because we have a load of topics to talk about tonight. And tonight, we are going to be doing a karma giveaway. Now, what are we going to be giving away? You guys will have to wait and see. The homie, she hooked this up with this karma giveaway. And you know who you are. And all I gotta say is Team Chaos. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then of course, I just figured I'd announce this. You guys are actually spoiled. You guys are getting 2 hours of chaos episodes this week. You're getting one tonight, and then you are getting a surprise one Saturday. But I'm not going to be doing that podcast alone this Saturday. I'm going to be joined by my other better half, the one and only Lady Chaos. She's going to be conducting an interview with me. And we are going to be interviewing HB the Grizzly and her dude. So make sure you guys tune in, because HB the Grizzly is also coming back on the show this Saturday to promote a project that she is working on. And me and Lady Chaos are going to be the ones interviewing her and her dude. So a couple is going to be interviewing a couple, like music and question wise, you know. But yes, Lady Chaos is going to be my lovely, beautiful host on Saturday. So make sure you guys are there. HB the Grizzly is coming back on the show to promote something. OG Juggalo here too. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Oi. Oi. All right. Our guest has the link. And now we wait. What's up, Shanzi? I see you. Oh, shit. The chat's been moving a lot. Holy shit. Yeah, dial up. Dialing it up, 619. Shouts to Rey Mysterio, one of my favorite luchadors of all time. One of them. So, yeah, just chill, kick back, y'all, smoke something, drink something. I'm smoking. And this podcast is unofficially sponsored by Squirt. Unofficially, which, speaking of sponsorships, I can't wait to tell you guys the good news of who I'm going to be sponsoring, or who's going to be sponsoring your boy. That's right, your boy is going to be sponsoring / having sponsors, and I'm going to be sponsoring someone. But I'm not going to tell you guys right now. I'm just going to leave that to you guys. Yeah. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Hours of Chaos podcast from parts unknown. Please welcome House of It. Bear, 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 bear.
What up, everybody? What's up, Don? How you doing, man?
Good. How about you?
Man, it took about 18 steps to get in here, but I'm all right. I survived.
Gotta love technology, right? So what you been up to lately?
Not much, brother. Working on a bunch of new projects. We got some new stuff in the works with some folks that are even here in the chat. Dropping a dubstep, death step EP coming April. So we're going to get that squared away.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you for coming on the show. I guess you could say the stars finally aligned. I don't know if you heard earlier, but I told everyone you're like literally one of the members of the Cult of Chaos. You are like the official one of the street members. You're constantly promoting my stuff. You show a lot of love.
Yeah, brother. Anybody puts it down for the underground.
Hell yeah. So what we do, you know, you've been a fan of the show. Our guests, we let you have the floor. You introduce yourself. You get a brief history of who you are, how long you've been doing music, and yeah, we'll ask with the questions.
For sure. So we got our start back in early 2000s, and we actually we played at the Gathering of the Juggalos in 2007. We released an LP back then on CD called House of Id, Stillborn in the House of Id. And we did a bunch of shows in the Austin, Texas area. That's where we're from. We started out moving into Houston and in San Antonio a little bit. And then, man, we just kind of got caught up in life and kind of stepped away from it around 2009. And we started to get ready to start making music again back in 2021. And right after we finished recording the majority of the new LP, Horcruxes and Hangups, my brother, Evil Mike, passed away. And COVID took him, and thank you for that. And I decided, I had to decide whether to keep working and put it together or just scrap it all and move on. And I decided that it was most important to continue that on. And I've made a lot of new family through the process, a lot of new friends. And after I finished that project, I decided I was going to go ahead and keep this thing going at my own speed. So, I'm releasing things as I feel like releasing them and as the energy hits me. And that's kind of where we're at.
And I'm glad you decided to do that, because most people, when like someone that they work with passes away, they like stop working. I'm like, if anything, that helps motivate you to keep going, and he would want you to keep going.
Yeah, 100%, man. I was due to release my own EP last year called Paper Tigers and Dark Horses, and I got with a lot of really cool folks. Labyrinthine recorded a track for me. Jonathan Hellhouse, Lex the Hexmaster, and I got about 4 songs in, and I realized that there was something wrong with that project. And the point of that project was really the experiences I went through after losing my brother. And it wasn't right to do that with anybody else. All their performances are great. All their features are great. The music is phenomenal. But I realized I needed to do that on my own. So I scrapped that, and I've started work on another project that will come out probably in October this year, aside from some singles that dropped with our homies RXC, Spec One, Lex the Hexmaster. I'll put out stuff like that here and there, but the big project will come in October on the anniversary of Mike's passing.
And we could probably maybe expect you to maybe do a little tour. Do you plan on doing some shows opening for people?
Brother, it'd be really surprising to me to do live shows. I made a lot of really good friends through all this. Got homies, a lot of them GRE guys with the White Noise and Spec. And if the moment came and the opportunity was there to do something with one of those ninjas, I'd probably have to think about it and really be interested in it. But the idea of getting back on the road, or honestly just trying to go through the headache of trying to book shows, I don't see me doing that anytime soon. But I will tell you, there's some crazy new shit going on in the virtual reality world with VR Chat, Low-Key, and Neon Sermon. They got some really cool shit going on there, and I think that idea might be something I might be interested in fooling with, doing a virtually live show.
That'd be cool, because with what the clip you sent me for the trailer, that was awesome. You literally took like what I've told my guests, like make it funny, serious, entertaining, cryptic, however you want to do it, and you nailed it.
Glad.
And I was like, yeah, that's how I pictured your live show being, where you have this giant screen with all these crazy visuals in the background.
Yeah, absolutely. I really enjoy trying to mix visual aids along with the message and with the emotion that's in the music. I'm all about horrorcore and the underground, but I also enjoy industrial metal and death step, dubstep music. And so I want to explore all those mediums. And that's what we're doing with Trapped Inside. It comes out next April 4th. And that's going to be a death step CD, a death step album. And it'll also be the last remix album I put out. After this, I'm not going to mess with anything else that me and Mike put out previously. It's all going to stay as it was.
Yeah, and I like that you're very diverse. I really love that artists are like not afraid to be diverse and stuff nowadays. Back in days, it was considered bad. Nowadays, I think it's more acceptable.
Well, shit, even Violent J's putting out country music now, right?
Yep, yes he is. But yeah, what we do when we ask our guests is like, how did you come up with your group name, and what made you want to do music, and did you go by other aliases before you came out with the one you have now?
So back in 1999, we were still we munchkins to a knee high, and we were in a death metal band called Stillborn. And my brother and I were both very much into. We were both juggalos. We've been in the juggalo world for a long time, but the band wasn't really having that, and that wasn't part of the thing. And we really never got off the ground. And we still, at that time, I was called Strychnine, but that was a nickname that I had from people that I knew in the community and in the city. I was very much a believer in the fact that if you ate a lot of hallucinogens, you get a lot closer to God or whatever the hell's out there. And I pushed the limits a lot, and people used to make jokes that I was made up of strychnine because of all the acid. So that was the name that I carried with Stillborn and with the original House of Id. Now with this kind of reemergence, I don't really fuck with that shit anymore. And a lot of things went through my mind about what to call myself or what to think about. And the name Saint really stuck out. And combining that with the old 9 from Strychnine, meaning German no, so no saint, made a lot of sense.
Hell yeah. And what can you like? How did you discover like ICP, obviously, and the Wicked shit? Like, what was the song or something that you heard that grasped your attention and you're like, what is this?
Man, I lived in a children's home for a long time. And when I was about, let's say 12 or 13, the only people who used to come and visit me were my cousins and a few other people. And my cousin David was up in Dallas. He came down to Austin to visit me one time. And at that time, ICP was playing Dallas and Detroit and back and forth between Texas and Michigan. And he had gotten a tape, and that's like all I had. So I had an old boombox with those D-ass batteries, and I had the Riddle box tape. And
hell yeah.
I listened to that shit over and over. And the Killing Fields was my goodnight music every damn night till I was probably 13 or 14 years old.
Yeah, that's what I used to do when I was younger. Like when I was in school, I used to actually go to sleep like listening to the Joker card. So it was like I was having the music as the background, and what I would dream about would be like the visual of what I was dreaming about.
For real.
So you could say you were one of the original juggalos in Texas, you might say.
Man, I don't know. There's a lot of people that like to throw those titles and things around, but I didn't know a whole lot of people who were into it for a long time. But yeah, I've been on horrorcore and psychopathic underground shit for a long time.
Yeah, my homie was like that too. He remembers getting into them in '95 too when they were doing all that stuff in Dallas. And that's how he found out about them. But he's not from Dallas. He was from Houston, and I know they were doing stuff out there too.
I don't know anything about that. But
so yeah. And what was the first song that you can remember like that grasped your attention with music in general, like growing up? Like for me, it was a toss-up between Prince and Michael Jackson. I was like, what is this?
You know, it's funny. Where I lived when I was a kid, rap music was not acceptable or accepted. It wasn't part of that culture. Everybody was really into metal and rock, even at a young age. And I guess I tried to identify with rock and metal, and I do now. I have for many years, but I really didn't have a thing with music until I think the first time I heard something that really got my attention would have been Run DMC, and I heard Bats, and that shit was fire, man. There was something about that, but it wasn't something you could run around and talk to anybody else about where I was at.
Hell yeah.
So, and then after that, I think probably the junior high kind of age, I was really into White Zombie. I really liked Ice Cube. I was really into. I'm kind of a mixture of that punk metal, industrial metal, and rap. Of course, that was a different era, man. It was the West Coast, East Coast anger shit. So
yeah, and hip hop wasn't real. There was some hip hop coming out of Texas, but it was very rare. Like obviously, the biggest one you could think of is the legendary Ghetto Boys.
Yep. Willie D and all the ninjas that are throughout this city, because I live in Houston. Back then, I think a lot of what was going on was the early stages of the chopped and screwed stuff.
Yep, those two. I remember those.
SPM, before he went all off the wall.
Of course, UGK. Rest in peace, Pimp C. Yeah, that was like me. I've always like loved music in general, but I love all types of music. I'll give anything a chance, but the two music that really speaks to me more is like any type of rock, whether it's metal, regular rock, and just hip hop. Both those genres have always been like the soundtrack to my life and like identifying me basically.
Yeah, absolutely, man. There's no right or wrong when it comes to music or what moves you, as long as what moves you isn't based on ignorance and stupidity. I mean, that's, there's enough of that around, but yeah, you like jazz, you like freaking opera, you like country music, whatever. I mean, as long as what it does, it makes you think, makes you deeper, gives you a sense of something else, I think that's what's important.
Exactly. Like, it still baffles me that there's people that just don't like music in general. Like, my fiance told me this, that she has a friend that just doesn't like music. I'm like any type of music? And she's like, no, just music. I'm like, how could you not like music? That just baffles me.
Man, there's something in the brain that tells you that certain noises mean something, that carry emotion. Mm-hmm. And for whatever reason, I think there's plenty of people out there that's all it is. It's noise, or it's funny. It's but there's no emotional
connection.
There's no deeper psyche to it, and that's we're in a very low attention span world now, where people get 9 seconds worth of something and they hit that dopamine hit and they move on, and it's somebody else who's pumping everything in there. And I don't know. I guess it takes all types though, so who knows?
I agree. And if you can remember, what was like the first album that you like bought with your own money growing up?
Oh shit. Oh man. First album I ever bought with my own money. I don't know about growing up, but I remember walking my happy ass for miles to get to the record store to buy Hellbilly Deluxe when Rob Zombie put out his first solo album.
Fuck yeah. That's a classic album.
100%.
And you mentioned that you grew up on like metal and rock growing up. What is like the first metal song you remember hearing that grasped your attention, or a rock song?
Ozzy Osbourne, man. Zombie Stomp.
Fuck yeah. That man is just... When I tell people some of my lists of artists of all time, it's Ozzy Osbourne. Just that man, and what his music has done and how his music... People in this generation love Ozzy. So if an artist or group can expand many different generations, I think that's making a good impact.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's so many artists like that regardless if you buy into their character, you buy into with the story they're carrying, or if you even like their music as a whole, that really identify, that they cause generations to identify with and create whole new genres of music and all new ways to look at things. I mean, Ozzy, David Bowie, man, I never liked David Bowie until he hooked up with Trent Reznor, and then I'm like, holy shit, there's more to this. And that's the thing, is you gotta get away from the idea that what somebody else tells you about something matters. At least sometimes you gotta hear it more than once. Find that sync.
Hell yeah. Like me, the music I grew up listening to, like, of course, I was listening to what my parents heard. It was like all that classic rock and shit. Like Ozzy just happened to be one of those.
Hell yeah, man. It blows my fucking mind though that he can sing like that, but the motherfucker hasn't been able to talk in 20 years.
I know. That's what I tell people. I'm like, you can hear him clear as day. All love to Ozzy though. We love you. So yeah, what is actually, if you could name your top like 5 albums, and it can be different genres, what are your top 5 favorite albums or albums that changed your life or had a big impact on your life?
Man, that's a wide question, but if you're asking me that off the top of my head, like albums that I know I identified with very, very heavily, Rammstein's Du Hast really changed my concept of music. 9 Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral. Would say, yeah, I would have to say ICP, The Great Malenko. I know it's like the safe answer, but the fucked up thing is, it just, I mean, I was already really into it with Little Box, but when I heard Great Malenko, even before I had the opportunity to see the music videos, the way it painted a story, kind of way, I mean, no offense to Slick Rick. Slick Rick is the shit, but I never got that kind of vibe when I listen to a Slick Rick song. I'm not like completely following a music video in my head or a horror movie or a story. And Great Malenko was the first one that kind of did that for me. It really painted pictures. I wouldn't even say it's my favorite ICP album, but I would say it's definitely something that changed my perception of music. Man, Astrocrete 2000, White Zombie.
Hell yeah.
And Judgment Night, the movie soundtrack. I don't know if anybody knows, or has any idea what that is, but when they started mashing up metal and rap, that was early and it was fire.
Yeah, there's so much. Like, one of the albums that like changed my life that I like love is absolutely of all time is, of course, Iron Maiden's Number of the Beast.
Hell yeah. There's the musical talent and extreme. There's symphony to what they did there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I like artists that can be like storytellers, like you said. Like, in my opinion, Violent J is going to go down as one of the greatest storytellers. Like, on that list. If he doesn't make that list, there's something wrong with the world.
Yeah, man. The storytelling ability of Violent J and ICP in general, Dark Lotus, yeah, I love them or hate them, whatever. All these people that have different opinions, and this weird fucking divide between the MNE people and the psychopathic people and all that shit. It's like, no matter what, you can't argue that one, they took horrorcore. I mean, they didn't create it, but they took it in a new direction and into a new level of acceptability, which is wild to think about. That at one point, horrorcore artists were considered something of mainstream, and the storytelling capabilities were phenomenal. You know, yeah, there's plenty of people who can out-rap Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope all day long, but nobody paints that picture the way they did.
And, you know, it's very hard to do that. You almost got, that's where you got to be like a lyrical artist too. Like, you are like painting pictures in people's heads. So you got to kind of be like a lyrical artist with what you're trying to say sometimes, or visual.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's not enough to me, honestly, to be just a really good musician. If it doesn't change, if it doesn't tell me something, if it doesn't make me feel something or see something, I'm not going to be, I might like it and put it in a playlist somewhere, listen to it again in 6 months to a year, but if you want something that's actually going to grab me and keep me invested in you, it's got to be more than that.
Hell yeah. And what is actually some of your like top favorite foods that you can actually never get tired of eating? You can eat it any time of day.
Man, it's probably an easier question to just ask me what I don't eat.
Well, what don't you love?
Fuck avocado. I don't care how you prepare it. I don't care what you do with it. Avocado is the devil's snot fruit, and it tastes like shit to me for some reason. I cannot eat avocado. I can detect it in anything. Man, I don't like tomato, like raw, like slices, diced, and that shit. I don't know what it is. I eat salsa, hot sauce, marinara, whatever, but I don't like fucking raw tomato. And man, other than that, I'll eat any damn thing. I don't care.
Hell yeah.
I eat me, Indian, don't care.
Let's see. Hell yeah. And what are like some of like your top movies of all time that you can always watch no matter what? When you tell people, you're like, yep, we're watching this movie. I watched it so many times, but I don't care.
The Prophecy.
Yes.
Man, I can watch any of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, even the newest one. I don't know what it is. I love that dude. I don't remember his name, but he played in The Watchmen, that version.
Yeah.
Any Nightmare on Elm Street movie. But man, yeah, I've probably watched The Prophecy enough times for it to be considered biblical. I don't know, but I used to have them, and I don't have them anymore. I used to watch them like crazy. The only VHS tapes I used to have back in the day were, bootleg recordings of WWE, well, WWF back then, and then the different Stranglemanias and all that stuff. But I had all the Gwar movies.
Hell yeah.
And I could watch those again 100 million times, but fuck, you can find them anywhere.
Hell yeah. And what was actually, if you remember, like, what was your very first Juggalo show? Like, if you can remember, like me, sometimes I can remember, and then some days I think it mashes together with other shows.
Oh, man. First Juggalo show is, I did see, there were different underground artists that were starting to move into the horrorcore world, and I'd seen a lot of those before, but the first Juggalo show, man, I don't know. It'd be hard to say. I'd say the first time I ever saw ICP, they came to play 101X Fest. They were there with, supposed to have been System of a Down, but dude broke his pinky or some shit. I don't know.
Damn, that would have been a great lineup.
Yeah. I think that was probably the first time I saw ICP. I don't know. I got all the ticket stubs over here somewhere. I could probably go through and find it, but I think that was probably the first Juggalo show. It was different in Texas. It was like ICP got some notoriety for a minute and Twisted, but the Juggalos as a whole, man, everybody here fucking hated that movement. They hated the whole thing, and it was like you always had to travel to get to ICP. Anybody else and other bands that were doing, I know some people call it gore hop or horrorcore or whatever. They really didn't identify with Juggalos. They were, they'd call you out at the show. They'd be wearing, ICP shirts, but none of their flyers, none of their music was ever talking about Juggalos like it does today.
Oh yeah. And that's one thing that Texas is known for. Like the underground scene down in Texas is like on fire. Like you have a lot of dope artists. You have Class from LSP that's on there.
You got Class out in Dallas. You've got the Dirty Worms in Austin, Texas.
Yep.
You've got 2, 3, 4 GRE groups out here now. Shit. Here in Houston, we've got 6 Nick 6, Young Alucard, The White Noise. Over in San Antonio, you've got the She groups. You've got Razakel, and you've got that whole pack. There's a lot of really good folks, cool folks, awesome shows. That the Razakel She show they just put on a couple months ago was freaking phenomenal. Smalls one came down. There was lightning all over the damn place. It was fucking badass.
Hell yeah. Shout outs to them. Hell yeah.
Corpus, you've got what's her name? Swisher Coffin. Yeah, those ninjas. There's a lot of good folks out here.
Hell yeah. Now, how did you like, let's see, what can I think of? Oh, since we were talking about, if you can, I try to see if people can do this, because it's still hard for me, but if you can name, what are your top 5, like, wicked shit, horrorcore, death rap, dark hip-hop, it's all the same thing, basically. What's your top 5?
Like artists?
Albums. Like, what do you think would be like a wicked shit, horrorcore, dark hip-hop, like, certified classic?
Yeah, that's a jaded question because it goes so broad. I mean, some of the pieces from Dark Half, you've got Low Key. You just got, inside Low Key's catalog, you could easily create a documentary that goes through all the phases. Dark Lotus, the red, nothing against ABK, but man, that one just, it stuck with me like a motherfucker, with Mars on it. I would say that's a critical piece. Man, Scum has got so many albums that, I mean, it's textbook horrorcore. So I don't know, man. I don't know how to answer that question.
Hell yeah. Like me, it's always a toss for me. It's a toss in between Brother Lynch Hung, Season of the Sickness, or Insane Poetry's Faith and Chaos album.
Yep. No, the Insane Poetry, man. That cat has, it's wild too, because I didn't know he lived in Houston when he lived in Houston. Now he ain't. Man, yeah, what he has seen, what he has done. And it's like every time he touches something, you think at some point, every artist, if they don't completely change their sound to some extent, you think it's going to get tired. But it never happens with that ninja. What he puts together every time, he's got you listening hard to try to hear what's coming and what's happening next.
Yeah, and this guy's like an OG for like this underground wicked shit horrorcore community. He's like a legend. The dude's been around since the 80s. He knows the ins and outs of the industry. He's been there.
Yep.
I mean, holy shit, this dude was originally gonna be one of the original members of NWA. Holy shit.
Yeah. And the fact that so many people that have had that kind of history try to turn that clout into something else and try to ride somebody else's train.
Mm-hmm.
He's stayed true to himself, and what he does is legendary in itself.
Exactly. Like I tell people, like in all different parts of the country, people were dabbling into like that dark rap, like down south and like Texas. You did have the Ghetto Boys. You had 3 6 Mafia or 666 Mafia. And on the East Coast, you had like Flatliners and you had Gravediggers. In the Midwest, you mainly like had Esham and ICP and all that. Well, here on the West Coast, or from Colorado/Cali, our versions of all those artists was like, of course, Insane Poetry and Brother Lynch Hung.
Yep. Yeah, man. And can't forget Project Born.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, that's 3-6, man. That's some crazy news that hit. That was
Yeah, that was heartbreaking. Rest in peace, Gangsta Boo.
Yep.
Definitely one of the lyrical females in the game out there. She had bars. Like she's someone you would not want to make mad, but then when you met her in real life, everyone would say she was the most caring, like chill, uplifting person. She loved to promote people.
Yeah, no, everything I've ever heard was nothing but heart strumming. He did a lot for a lot of people, especially a lot of female artists trying to get coming up and getting their thing going. I read some stories, folks that would talk. I think it was Whitney Payton. I don't know, man. I just remember the first time I heard 3-6, and anytime you heard a female artist back then, it was like they were just this sexified person that was going to sing a certain thing, or they were going to disappear. Mm-hmm. And she fucking had more than talent. She had everything she needed to do to keep going. And I imagine as the years and the music scene keeps kind of going back but re-evolving, she probably had a lot more to give and provide out there. So it's definitely a loss to the community and the music world.
Yeah, like people said she was like one of their mentors in how the industry looks. Like my two mentors of how this industry and everything works is I learned from Scum and Insane Poetry. When those twos give you a lecture and a lesson, you sit and you listen and you absorb everything they say.
Yeah, and Scum, man, he's one of those dudes, like, I've only met him like twice, but once was at the Roxy. I flew out there to catch up with the GRE Ninjas and Spec One and catch them playing a live gig. and just kind of bump into the dude. And don't know me from fucking Adam. And he made sure to stop, say hello, how you like my place. I mean, it was just one of the most friendly, nice people you'd ever meet. And then you think about every track you've ever heard and visualized him cutting somebody's legs off and feeding them to somebody else who's already been slowly skinned alive. And you're like, the fuck?
Right? Yeah, you're like, hell yeah. And like he's even said, like every artist has their like influence. Like Scum, for example, he says a lot of his musical influence comes from what makes him write what he writes is the news. The shit you hear on the news. The news is a real horror movie, y'all.
Shit.
And what influences you like to write music? Like what's your like creative writing process? Do you have to sit and listen to beats? Do you like watch something? Do you like elevate your mind?
So there's a few different sides to that, but for my own sake, for my own music, more often than not, I already have the concept in my head. It's something that I've either envisioned, I've walked through a story, I've walked through a scenario, or I've actually experienced something, whether it was real or influenced at one time in my life. And then I will hear music that triggers that memory or that thought or that emotion. And then I start writing around that.
Hell yeah. And who is like someone in the industry that, even though people don't think it could happen, but I think anything's possible? Because I noticed in the last few years, and you've probably noticed, a lot more artists, even the big name artists, are now making themselves more approachable. So who's someone that you would want to work with that you're like, gosh, I hope that happens and stuff?
Man, every artist I've actually approached with a concept has been more than happy to try to work with. The album that's going to come out in October is actually going to be a different producer on every track and different featured artists on every track.
Fuck yeah.
And I mean, I'll say this, it's not a downplay to anybody in the music game, but producers do not get the credit and love that they should. If you think back to any ICP song or any Dark Lotus song, Twisted song, Low-Key, any of these artists in the underground, there were producers behind that really created that environment. And so one of the people in the music world that I actually thought, what the fuck, I want to try to reach out to him was Stir Crazy.
Hell
and
yeah.
Stir has been insanely supportive, helpful. Man, I mean, I chat him up probably once a week or so, just bullshitting. He's always ready to talk again. Always says the same thing, man. Always hit me up when you got something to talk about, something to think on. So that was kind of the way it's been. I mean, obviously, I don't know, man. There's never been a sense of celebrity to me with anybody in this situation. Like, I mean, I remember going to in-stores with ITP and Twisted back in the day, and there was like 5 of us waiting. And so we talked for like 20, 30 minutes. The first time Zug Island came to Texas, it was like a house party. It was like 15 people and Zug, so they jump off stage and they come drink beer with everybody and bullshit and chill. So I don't know that I have like that vision of any artist like that, but I would say I think musically, if I could come up with a concept that I could actually work with them on, man, I'd probably have to say Low-Key. Low-Key is just so intricate. I mean, but Boondocks, Buckshot, Scum, Jamie Madrox, Monoxide, any of those motherfuckers. I hope one day that happens. That'd be great. That'd be fun. But I don't ever want to just jump on chasing somebody for something just because I want their name on it.
Exactly. Like, it's because you want to work with like people that you appreciate and that you have. That's why I'm glad a lot more artists, especially in the underground, that's why we're bringing back underground unity. I notice I'm saying that a lot of artists are promoting that. A lot of these artists are now coming together, y'all. And guess what? A lot of them don't care what label you're on. They're coming together and making beautiful music. So let's make beautiful music regardless of what camp you on, like it was back in the day.
Absolutely, man. If I could give anybody a point of advice, if they're trying to look for somebody to work with like that, looking for some guidance and some for a sound, Lex the Hexmaster, absolutely out there to work with people, wants to work, wants to put it in, and that Shadow Army shit's for real, man. He's down. He's trying to build something beyond labels, just into the music and about the music and about each other. So if you're trying to find somebody that, one, is approachable, because Lex will talk you up all damn day. And then, you know, outside of that, I think probably the second most approachable person out there would probably be Kung Fu Vampire. He'll just sit there and just talk with you. And yeah, if you got something to do, you know, it's a job. It's a fun job, but it's a job. Cypress Hill, right? So if you want to put them on something, then yeah, you probably have to pay for it. But they're not out there trying to make you take out a second mortgage to get them on a track just because. And if you're just looking for advice and thoughts, both those ninjas want to work with you and help you out and see what you can do and see your success.
Hell yeah. Because I like that a lot of us are now really starting to, especially a lot of the underground artists are really promoting that unity. And I know you're one of those people that is like heavily behind that movement, that we need to bring that back.
Yeah, the thing that will kill this music scene the fastest will be this mentality of the whole Twizzler, Juffalo, anti-bullshit. Man, fuck that. That if you don't sit at that table that argument's all about, then it's not your beef. It's just fucking stupid to get riled into that. And I get Jay being the way he is about it and having this thing because it's his experience, it's his beat. But if Twisted meant something to you and it hits you in a way with their music, then you stick with that. Same thing the other way around. And the more of that occurs, the further away that the underground scene, horrorcore music, dark rap, acid rap, whatever you call it, is going to continue to kind of be forced into corners. But then you got guys like Scum and LSP, GRE, and they're doing this thing. So that's the right way to go about it. Is just keep trying to help everybody, support everybody. Some dude on Instagram hit me up one day. I can't remember his name. And he was beefing with some other rapper that I don't even think they even know each other. Like they just decided to start beefing for attention or some shit. And he hit me up and he was like, man, you're always liking everybody's shit. And I'm like, well, yeah, I like to like shit. If I didn't like it, I would just block you. It's fucking stupid ass social media. I don't have to spend time scrolling through shit I don't like. And he's just like, that's weird. Just weird. Like, man, fuck that. If you like it, like it. Who cares if everybody sees you liking everybody else's shit?
Exactly. I tell people don't care about what like that little logo, any logo represents. Just listen to the music and judge it for yourself. Don't judge by where it's coming out of.
Yeah, man. And I won't, I'll say this. Like, somebody asked me if I was going to go to the Gathering last year, and I was like, man, it's hot as fuck, and it's a long way, and that's a lot of money. And I just kind of thought about it, and I was like, man, the only thing that probably get my happy ass all the way back up there for the Gathering, one, I mean, yeah, obviously you got a lot of family, you got friends you got to reconnect with, but I have the opportunity a lot of times to just connect with people and travel and see them. But if this shit ever does go away, and you actually see the full Dark Lotus all together again, yeah, I get my happy ass up there for that.
Exactly. And there's a lot of dope artists, like young up and coming people, like people that are just now getting on, that are like, people are recognizing this other talent because there's like so much talent out there. There's you and stuff. There's so many people. Cody Manson, just so many people.
Yeah, man. No, and that's, I know a lot of people hate on digital music, Spotify, and I'll be honest, I really wasn't much of a Spotify person until a couple of years ago. Did everything on iTunes or YouTube, but now I try to go out there and, somebody puts out new tracks, they're fucking good, and they're putting the energy into it. I want to put them on a playlist. I want to put it on repeat. Fuck that shit. I've got my cell phone going and my laptop going with people on repeat. Hell, half the time it's turned all the way down because I'm on the phone or something. But that shit gives people the opportunity. And if we don't have that opportunity, nobody in the music industry is going to do it. And TikTok and Instagram and all that bullshit, unless it's a 9-second funny grabbing thing, it ain't going to happen. So, And I absolutely support that shit. Somebody hit me up the other day and they're like, man, did you listen to my song 100 times today? I was like, no, I probably listened to it about 10 times, but everybody else in the office got to hear it the other fucking 90 times because I left it rolling.
Hell yeah. And that's one thing I like love that, you know, because yeah, I might be deep into this, but I know the in and outs. Like I said, I've learned a lot from Scum and Insane Poetry. Like Scum has told me it's not just us artists that play our part in this scene that we all know and love, you know, it's the podcasters and the interviewers that allow us to come on their show and the people that promote us. We all play our role too.
Yeah, no. None of that was there back in the day. It was, you got a package in the mail, like 3 months too late for a street team thing to pass out flyers for a band you supported. Nobody saw it. You know, you spent a weekend passing flyers out for 3 people who might actually take interest. And guys like you, Replicon Radio, I mean, it's just so much more power in the hands of people that want to move this music and move this emotion. And yeah, it comes from everybody. And like I tell people all the time, like people that hit me up and be like, well, where do I buy this or where do I do this? Somebody actually sent me money, like donated money through the link on one of our Spotify deals. And I was like, man, that's cool as fuck. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to go buy somebody else's merch with it. But do yourself a favor, do those artists a favor, go buy their merch instead of throwing it in that. Because all this shit just stacks and everybody's got fucking real jobs for the most part. Trying to do what they got to do to keep a roof over their head, feed their family while they continue to try to move this thing along.
Exactly. Like I tell people, if you ever want to get by doing something, get by doing something because you love doing it.
I don't care what kind of degree somebody's got. I don't care how much money somebody's got. No one will ever have the amount of success that someone or something will have when it has passion behind it. When you have drive and when multiple people have a similar or joint passion, that's when fucking revolutions happen, musically, politically, whatever it might be. But you all have to be passionate about it to a point that you're almost willing to break for it. And it can't be selfish. It can't be something that, you know, I see cats all the time trying to like get this song off. They got 9 artists on there and they're doing this and doing that. And it's like, man, I respect what you're trying to do, but I don't think you're doing it for the right reason. Because the person who should have the most emotional buy-in to this track should be you. And a lot of times it's not there. And I get it, you know, you fuck around, make a funny track, do what you want to do. But then don't be so tied up in it and think like, you know, this is supposed to be what gets me off the ground. Next thing you know, I'm doing pop songs with Britney Spears and fucking, you know, Doja Cat. It's weird. It's just strange to me, the attitude that suddenly appears when somebody has a little success but no passion behind it.
Exactly. And we're not all about competition here, y'all. Like, you can have friendly competition, but you know, when people start trying to do stuff for like clout and whatnot, and I fucking hate that word, but you know what I mean. When people are just trying to do shit for clout, or if they want to have people on their shows for clout, then this job, y'all, podcasting or interviewing is not for you. I do the show because I recognize talent in artists like House of Id here. I recognize talent, and as long as I'm doing my part to help build these people up, that's what I do. I spread karma. I don't do it for clout. I do it because I believe in these artists.
Fuck yeah, man. That's like you said earlier. Like, I follow your shit, I share your shit. But yeah, anybody who's supporting the underground, supporting other people's passion with their own passion, I'm gonna support that. I'm gonna share that. I'm gonna put it out there. And then somebody's gonna try to message me and say, "Do you know that one time this dude says something about somebody or something else?" Man, go fuck yourself. That ain't real. That's a waste of energy. Waste of energy.
Facts. We told you guys this show was gonna get deep tonight. We told you. Hopefully some of your guys' third eyes opened.
Well, so some people have asked me, and we were on another show one time. I say we a lot. I can't help it. And it's partly because nothing I do is alone. But the album we put out, Horcruxes and Hangups, was partly my attempt at closure with what Mike and I were trying to do. But somebody asked me one time, and it's funny because Gmo Ski's running all over the place like rabbit about the new Harry Potter shit. So like he's got like the whole everything Gmo Ski's lit up about Harry Potter right now. But somebody's asking me like, what's a Horcrux? Isn't that some Harry Potter shit? I said, look, when I heard about a Horcrux, the idea that you could splinter a piece of your soul inside of something else or someone else to live forever, that was exactly what I wanted to do. And that was the idea with it, was I can keep Mike alive. I can keep the energy he had alive inside every person who listens to that shit.
Oh yeah. That's dope. That new Harry Potter game does look fun though.
Man, I don't know, man. I get into that kind of stuff, and then I end up not, thinking I'm turning it off in an hour, and I see the sun come up. I don't know. I get too fucked up in that shit.
Hell yeah. And yeah, before we let you go, do you have any closing statements? Of course, you're always welcome on the show, man. And I wanted to tell you this in person because I see you out there promoting me as well. We all promote each other. That's what we do. And I just want to say thank you, man. I appreciate you. And yeah.
Man, mad love, much love for having me on. I love watching the show when I can. I catch the replays when I can. More props and power to you and yours for doing what you do and keeping it going. The only thing I would say to anybody seeing this right now, take time to just listen to and experience what people are trying to give you. It's not all about merch. I mean, if you don't buy anybody's shirts ever because you can't afford it, fuck no, don't. Write their fucking name on a fucking white t-shirt and fucking say, man, this is the band I love. That's cool. But take the time to try to experience it and enjoy it and dive into other stuff. Don't get stuck in one group or one sect or one thought. And explore GRELSP, Psychopathic, fucking Chi. There are so many labels, so many groups, so many independents, so many solo acts. There's so much out there, and all it takes is to jump into somebody else's playlist. It's got a couple of things that sound similar. Ask people and explore that shit. We've got Trapped Inside is coming out most likely April 4th. A lot of people are gonna fucking hate it. It is gonna be one long motherfucking track. I'll probably release it broke down 30 days or so later. But the way I wanted this album to come out, I wanted it to be one solo experience from start to finish. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Holler at me. Tell me how much you hate it. I love the feedback. And nothing but love to anybody and everybody out there in the underground and it's watching this or watching any of these shows here on Hours of Chaos and giving people your attention, your love, and consideration.
Hell yeah. Hashtag Underground Unity, y'all.
And of course, fuck Carrie.
Hell yeah, and you are always welcome back on the show anytime, man. You ever got anything you're working on, just hit me up and I will book a spot for you.
Fuck yeah, man. Much love, Don.
Hell yeah, later. Hell yeah, y'all. That was House of Id. So, we are going to be getting into some few little topics tonight. Again, thank you for House of Id for coming on the show. To anyone who's ever come on the show, past, present, and future, we could say thank you ahead of time. You know, I know a ton of people will always tell me thank you, Don, and all I'm going to say is tell you guys you're welcome, but thank you. Thank you. Hashtag Underground Unity, Underground United, hashtag YJC, hashtag Rebuild the YJC. You know, we bringing back unity to this underground. Fuck that divide. So let's go ahead and touch on some topics. Again, you guys are getting an extra episode of the Hours of Chaos this weekend, but Lady Chaos is going to be joining me for that interview. And we are going to go ahead. Before we get into some topics, we're going to take a music break. So, we'll be taking a music break. I'll be right back. So, let me pull up the music. Sorry, I'm still trying to remember to get used to using this through my computer now. All right. All right, enjoy some music, y'all, by my dude. Wait. From my dude, Mr. Dosha. Yes. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Enjoy this track by my dude, Mr. Dosha. Let me see a GRE in the chat. This is for the track, Book of Dosha. It's the self-titled song off the Book of Dosha. Go get your copy at grimrealityentertainment.com. Okay, I don't know why my screen share is not working, y'all. What's going on here? Yes, that's the one I want to share. Let's see. All right, share with audio. Yes. Review tab. What is this? So yeah, the video is not sharing. That's weird. Huh. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and share it, y'all. So I will be right back. I'm going to go ahead and share it, y'all.
Baby, I was pissed about the way the game had said I want all the smoke. Get fucked, legit in my attention to focus on. Been collabing with the sickest motherfuckers on the ground, getting even with them, and on them. Fuck you think this was? All I need is loyal homies helping doing what it does. JC Spink ass is a killer, held me down since I arrived. Shout to all the other homies, GRE.
All right, y'all. I'll be right back. I think I finally figured it out. Sorry.
Entertainment. Boogadosha. Got that flow though. I put on without a hook, pay attention to the book, put a king against a rook, gimme, work the Jimmy. Oh, head OG, I'll be thumping motherfuckers in the dome, 24 in the rotation, it's my time to get it on. Never stopping when I drop them, dedicated to my brother. On the line with my missus, always tell her that I love her. Give me room to do it, moving in this cold, cold world. Do it off a kiddo boogie, mama pay your baby girl. I was pissed about the way the game had changed so much. Said I wanted all the smoke, but who really gave a fuck? All the diss in my attention, should've focused on the game. Took advantage of a savage, now I'm pulling all the strings. Should've cut him from the rooter to the tutor, I'm a G. But the man inside me told me, let that motherfucker be. Spit that fire, I'm the mystical, lyrical individual. Hot as any dragon, the wounds I cause is critical. From the book of Joseph, chapter 1, I learned a lot. Never let another motherfucker keep me from my spot. Chapter 2, I gave Gorilla, that was all on me. Chapter 3, it ain't the second, it's cracking with G.O.E. From the book of Joseph, chapter 1, I learned a lot. Never let another motherfucker keep me from my spot. Chapter 2, I gave Gorilla, that was all on me. Chapter 3, it ain't the second, it's cracking. Been collabing with the sickest motherfuckers underground, getting even with them majors cause they letting rappers drown, putting pressure on them, letting on them. Fuck you think this was? All I need is loyal homies helping doing what it does. JT Speck ass is a killer, held me down since I arrived. Shout out to the other homies, G.R.E. until I die. Set it off within the booth, knocking haters, get no juice. It's official that I kill on anything, look up or juice. Never letting everybody feel it. We can the Cali on the top is where we live. It was said that the one you want to see, getting love from Mathematics. Don't you try to fall back and beat you to the white meat. Never try to try me. It won't end the way you figure. Keep my foot against the neck and my finger on it. Let another one on my spot. Chapter 2, I gave Gorilla, that was all on me. Chapter 3, it ain't the second, it's cracking with G.O.E. From the book of Joseph, chapter 1, I learned a lot. Never let another motherfucker keep me from my spot. Chapter 2, I gave Gorilla, that was all on me. Chapter 3, it ain't the second, it's cracking with G.O.E. Chill. The book of Doja. All day, every day. Silverback. Oh, here it is.
And we are back, y'all, and look who came to join us.
Hello.
Sorry, y'all. I was trying to get the screen sharing thing working, but I think I figured it out now. I'm not that high. I'm not that tech savvy. I can be sometimes. I know, but yeah. You guys can say in the chat, you fucked up. You fucked up. So you fucked up, but we still love you. So, anywho, what's up, babe?
Not much. Just I'm a mess.
She's going to help us even contribute because I promised earlier. Yeah, before we get into some topics, y'all, we have a karma giveaway that we're about to give away.
Hence the term giveaway.
Giveaway. Anywho.
What are we giving away?
What are we giving away? We are giving away a ticket. Yes, that is right. A concert ticket. Now, this concert's not till next month. So hopefully you guys can make this because we really want to give this ticket to someone who would really want to go to this show. Because, you know, our homie, she knows who she is. We won't say, but can't go to the show. So she was going to contribute to this giveaway. And what we are giving away is a ticket. So hopefully you guys live near Ohio or you're willing to make a trip out to Ohio just to go to this show. We are giving away. I'm going to pull up the fuck. Yeah, we are giving away a ticket, motherfuckers. Sorry. I'm all jacked up on weed, but I am excited. Because you know karma giveaways are the shit.
That they are.
Yes. We are giving away. I'm going to pull up the flyer.
The flyer.
What are we giving away? We are giving away a ticket to. Hold on.
I think they know by now, but
I'm sure some of you guys might know, but we're giving away a ticket to. Tell them what they are getting a ticket to, honey.
Super Famous Super Show.
3.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah. And tell. So, yes, if you guys, and name the location of where this is going to be.
Dude, really?
I can read it.
I can read that.
It is going to be Saturday. Does that say March? Yes.
Yes.
March 25th, 2023. It is going to be at the West Side Bowl, which is in Youngstown, Ohio. So if you guys want to make it to this show,
And you do.
And we're really wanting to give this to someone that goes. So hopefully we're giving, if you guys are really going to be willing to go to this show, let us know. Otherwise,
Don't enter.
don't enter, because we really want to do this for someone. This is why it's so great to be a karma millionaire, because we're all good karma millionaires. We just spread that good karma in this community. So yeah. The acts that will be performing here, of course, are Super Famous Fun Time Guys is performing. Of course, the homie Hulk Hoagie, yeah, is going to be hosting this event. Fuck yeah. Of course, Super Famous Fun Time Guys are performing. Alazul Ilu. Son is performing. Motherfucking Donnie Menace. So yeah, if you guys are real seriously about wanting to go to this show, we're serious. We are giving away a ticket. And all you got to do when you win is just send me your email address and I will forward the ticket
And a
your
strand
way.
of hair.
And a strand of hair. If you want to make your own, I don't know, clone of what? Me? No, because there's only probably one that people say.
We only need one.
Yes. This world is already chaotic enough for one chaos. But yes, if you guys want entered, just say, put me in that, or say, Super Famous Fun Time Gang. It's on mine. Or you could go get your phone. But yes, y'all, if you guys want in on this giveaway, enter, and Lady Chaos will put the names in. And since she did the drawing, when a few drawings when we did them, I will be the one doing the drawing.
We took turns.
Yeah, that's right. We did take turns. So yeah, tonight, since she is here, she's going to get a chance to draw the names as well. But we are giving that away.
Yeah. If you want to enter, type get me in or put me in.
Or say Super Famous Fun
Super
Gang.
Famous Fun, Super Famous Super Show.
Or just say Fun Gang.
Fun Gang.
Yeah, just say Super Fun Gang.
You can pretty
There
much
we go.
say whatever you want. We'll enter you.
Yeah, well, not really.
Whatever you want, within a reason.
But yeah, with any of the thing that we all said.
Yeah, all the 19 things that we said.
Nah, but just say Fun Time Gang. I know, yeah. One of our homies couldn't go, so she contributed a ticket for this show. And we're not gonna let this ticket go to waste. We want someone to go to a show, damn it. If you have not been to a show in so long and you've been needing to get out of the house,
Enter
come on.
this fucking giveaway.
Yes, because we gotta support.
Because we want to give you a goddamn ticket.
Yes. And we want to help these artists out because, again, we are all about underground unity in this bitch.
Hashtag underground.
Underground united, not divided. So, yes, if you guys want entered, just say Fun Time Gang. There you go.
Yep.
If you are in Ohio, or if you're willing to make a trip to Ohio next month, come on.
How about we keep the drawing open so people can leave comments on the video afterward if they want to be entered, and we can draw next week.
There you guys go. I guess we'll do that. Well, you guys let us know here live, and we will write down the names, I guess.
And then if you're catching this after, or if you're catching this
after,
not live, just put Super Gang.
Super Fun Gang.
Super Fun Gang in the comments, and we'll enter you.
But you have to be watching the actual. Well, obviously, if they're watching the replay, they're going to know. So we'll know they were entered or that they watched if they do enter. But
so enter.
So yeah, we'll give you guys until next
week,
next Thursday for the Hours of Chaos podcast.
Yeah.
Again, like I told them tonight that you and me are going to be doing a couple interview, and who I've been promoting it all night, but who are we interviewing on Saturday?
We're interviewing what's her name?
HB the Grizzly and Hermit.
Partner. What's his name?
Just her partner. You guys are going to find out more about him this Saturday, and we're going to ask them some of the questions that we don't ask. We are doing a musical interview together, me and her.
And like in lieu of Valentine's Day.
Yes, since it is close to Valentine's Day.
So
but
we wanted to do something coupley.
Exactly.
So that's what we're doing. We're a couple of who is going to interview a couple.
Yes. A very talented
couple.
And
And then there's us.
Yes. Then there's us. The Chaos family.
Yes, that's what we are.
But yes, of course, we can promote that show too, because yes, this show is happening. And yeah, look at that dope lineup.
Somebody screenshot. Babe, do that face again. Somebody screenshot and then do a little bubble, a thing with a chat bubble or whatever it says. And
yeah, do it. And I will show. And if you can do it either by tonight or anytime before the next Hours of Chaos podcast, I will share that shit.
Yeah.
I will share it.
You will share it.
I will. Because
we'll send you a free gift.
If you can burn and make the funniest meme of me, we will get you guys a gift.
Yes, we will get you a Team Chaos gift.
We'll figure something out.
So yeah, go ahead and do that.
So, what else do we got? Well, some of ours. No one's entered in this yet?
No.
What's the matter with y'all?
I don't think they live near.
But we're serious, y'all. I not Wisconsin. It's in Ohio.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said Wisconsin. Anywho, but yes.
I did say Wisconsin.
Oh, okay. Anywho, but yes. Come on. We are giving away a free ticket, y'all.
They might not live near there, so
yes.
give it some time.
Exactly. And you guys are going to get this for absolutely free.
There's no obligation. It's absolutely free. No shipping and handling. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So,
is there anything in the chat on your end on the phone?
No.
Come on, guys. You want entered.
Let's move on.
Well, if no one's entered, I guess, then we might even just wait till next week. I don't know.
In further news,
we have Olivia. Here she comes.
Don't fucking call me.
Don't do it.
Come here. Wait, do you want me to help you or not?
Our cat, y'all. She's weird. Let's bring in some other things we have coming up. Well, we're just going to touch on this really quick because...
Are you going to take that down? Or
Yeah, because we're glad this individual is okay. This shit is scary, so we are sending healing vibes to. I just said we were going to touch on it really quick, but yes, the homie Light was involved in an accident. I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah, we are glad he's okay. Prayers and healing vibes.
Yes.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. Yeah. And just announced, I found out about this a few days ago, but Insane Clown Posse, y'all, everyone's favorite, ICP, they have been nominated for the Detroit Music Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah.
So that, y'all, is fucking dope.
Whoop,
so,
whoop.
Whoop whoop. So let's go ahead and vote for ICP because we don't want Kid Rock to win. Nah.
Nobody wants that.
No. Well, some people, but
like I said, nobody wants that.
I mean, we can all say this until the cows come home. You know, ICP, these dudes have put in so much work.
They have paid their fucking dues. They've put in all the work.
Jay's been going through so much shit, so
Yeah.
How dope would it be for him to know that he was inducted in the Detroit Rock and Roll Hall of
They
Fame?
fucking deserve it. So yeah, go vote.
Go vote. Keep voting.
We'll
Do
post-
it.
The link will be in the description.
Yes. Or you guys can easily find it online.
You can Google it.
You could Google it. Yes.
Yes.
Google me,
But it
bitches.
would be handy to put the link in the description.
Yes, it will. I will put the link in the description to where you guys can vote.
Good job.
But yes, how dope would that be?
That would be fucking awesome.
I mean, come on. These guys have, we all know, they've contributed to music for so many years and they've contributed to wrestling. So that's why I agree. They deserve to be in the Wrestling Hall of Fame
And
too.
it's not just contributions. It's not just paying
What they
their
do for
dues. It's good shit. That's the thing. It's fucking art. So
Art.
let's induct. Come on, let's vote for them.
Yes. I mean, we heard about NWA being inducted a few years ago into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
About time, too.
But it was the full-on Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But how dope would it be to know that the Clowns were inducted into the Detroit Music Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Fuck yes.
Oh yes.
So go vote. Let's
Alright.
see. Of course, Violent J is working on a solo album titled Bloody Sunday, which we're excited. And yes, y'all, we are going to do that sometime. Me and her still have not heard the singles that he's dropped, the song Some Good Pussy and the song Clown Blood. We haven't heard these songs yet, but yes, the live reviews, they're either going to be a live review
Reaction.
or reaction
Vote.
to these songs, but it's probably just going to be a live reaction because we have not heard these songs yet. So I know people have been asking us, when are we going to do those live reactions?
Of course, Shanzi said I voted for Kid Rock.
Of course you did,
You're
Shanzi.
such a bunghole troll, Shanzi.
But we love you. We love you. You bunghole.
Bunghole. Boy.
But yes, I'm excited. You know, I haven't even heard any of these songs yet. You know, you guys know me. I listen to everything with an open mind. And when is this album coming out, babe?
Oh, February 17th.
Juggalo Day.
Hello day.
Yeah. No, and Shaggy announced this on his Shaggy Show, which shout outs to the Shaggy Show. Catch it every Tuesday and Thursday. On Thursday, it's live from 5 to 8:30. So you guys can then catch the Shaggy Show. And then right whenever that's over, or I think it ends exactly at 8 o'clock, then you can come and catch the Hours of Chaos podcast. Yeah. So the Shaggy Show was live every Tuesday and Thursday. And Shaggy dropped some dope bombs on that show already. He said he is working on a solo EP with Shaggy the Airhead, aka the owner of the most awesome clothing brand out there besides Blind Death Clothing. That's all I gotta say, y'all. You guys will know soon, but Blind Death Clothing, shout outs to them. Announcement coming soon. But Lazy and Crazy is another dope clothing brand. that makes the juggalos and beautiful juggalettes like this look fresh in that drip. But yes, Shaggy the Airhead and Shaggy 2 Dope are coming together for a Shaggy 2 Dope solo EP. And I'm excited. I'm excited to know that ICP is doing solo work and anticipation, because, you know, that's what I like. Whenever there's an artist or group, they'll drop their group albums and then they drop solo projects in between. I've always loved that about artists. I don't know why. It's like with Wu-Tang Clan. You'd get a Wu-Tang album and then you would get solo work by those members of the Wu-Tang Clan, or you would get solo efforts by them before a group project and before they come together like Voltron. If you guys don't know, hopefully people know what Voltron is. If you guys don't,
look it up.
You should be ashamed of yourself if you don't know Voltron. Classic cartoon. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting hyper.
I see that.
I'm in a good
Save
mood.
the energy for the bedroom here.
Yes. Also, coming soon this year, we're going to try to make this what Tom Woods The Float 2023 is going down.
The float. He should be floating on a turd.
We'll float down here.
Yeah. Float.
Yeah. But yes, Tom Woods The Float is going down once again this year. Tickets are available March 1st, y'all. And we might make it to the show. Maybe. If you guys want Don Chaos to host some nights for The Float, Don Chaos and Lady Chaos, let's make it happen. Now, the lineup has not been announced. But you know, the lineup is dope. That lineup last year was phenomenal. You know, all I got to say is shouts to Replicon. You know, who deserves to win Replicon award for Event of the Year? It's Tom Woods The Float. Also, yes, the Replicon awards are open, y'all. And just go vote. Right now, the categories are for Best Podcast, YouTube, Radio Show, as well. And so go vote for vote for whoever you want. You know, and just best of luck to everyone, because I like to do that. No, whoever wins. Cool.
It's all underground community.
Exactly. Now, if you're a shady person,
unless you're a Jeff.
Yes, if you're a Jeff, then I don't know how the fuck you got on that list. I mean, I probably could know, but then I don't know. Anywho, yes, Tom Woods, you know, the best radio show / podcast YouTuber category. You know, then there's even
that category. You want to announce some of the nominees? I mean,
of course, I'm on there. You know, DC Fago guys on there.
The Thuggalo Show.
You know, Thuggalo Show. Shouts to them. You know, It's Just Music by my homie LB Sickening. That is who I want to win. Podcast radio show is LB Sickening's It's Just Music. And we have Graphic Artist Design of the Year.
Who's on that list? We got Dankalo Art.
Which that is who our vote is.
That's our official artist.
Yes.
We'll vote for Dankalo. We've also got 42 Graphics.
Yep, we got quite a few people.
All kinds of
Hex rated. There's so many, but we are going with Dankalo.
Dankalo.
But all I gotta say is next year, if Lakeland Lunacy don't win an award, I'm just gonna say
what's the other category that they released?
the event of the year. So that's why we are. I'm saying those three.
What was the third one?
Event.
You said that first.
And then there's graphic artists, and then podcast radio show.
Oh right, okay.
But yes,
sorry.
Of course, my one for last year is going to be The Float. That's the event I think that should win. Now, I would have said The Gathering, but, you know, I didn't go with The Gathering this year. But from what I could tell, you know, The Float had a very good lineup. You know, a lot of these events that are really having underground unity, it's dope. The Float definitely deserves that award. So, yes, with that, we have a few more topics and shows that are coming up. Booking, you might say. but Wild Card and Night Breeds, aka LSP's own Donnie Menace, are going on tour. And what is the name of this tour, baby?
1,000 Words Tour.
Now booking for May and June. So Florida, book this show.
Book this show. Come on.
Otherwise, I'll start doing it. Show me how to do this. Dog Chaos and Lady Chaos hosting events.
We'll get there.
I need to hold up my word to Scum that I'm going to bring back the live underground here down in Florida.
We're bringing it back.
We know there's a lot of dope artists out here in Florida.
Yes.
What up, Darby? Then we have another one of my favorite dope artists. This dude, he's like a comedy rapper. He can straight rap, but this dude is going on tour. Now, I've not seen him in concert, but this dude is dope. We are going to go see this dude, hopefully, because, you know, St. Petersburg and Tampa are not too far.
away.
Neither is Orlando. But we are going to go see, hopefully, but booking his tour, and tour dates are available right there, is Prof, the Workhorse Tour. If you guys have heard of Prof, this dude is so dope. Roxy Riddlebox told me about this dude. And this dude, he's got everything. He's got comedy shit. His music videos, some of his music videos are fucking hilarious. And the dude's got bars. He has that energy and that drive. So catch Prof for the Workhorse Tour. Dates below. Fuck yeah.
Yes, Prophet's fire.
Damn right. And then one other show that is booking. This is going to be a dope show, so hopefully we can get this show booked in Florida. We are going to get a tour now booking. Little Light and UBI of Cess Crew is going on the Life's a
Trip Tour.
And if you guys know Light, you know Lil White. Did I say Light?
Yeah,
Lil White. My bad. Sorry. But yeah, Lil White. You should know. Hypnotized Minds. Then how do you listen to 3-6 Mafia if you don't know who Lil White is? What's the matter with you? You don't know who UBI of Cess Crew is? What's the matter with you? What's up with that? They are going on the Life's a Trip Tour. Now booking for April and May. That looks like another dope show to see. Yay. What else do we got? Another tour that is being booked. It's a small tour, but it's the King ISO Med Tour. Med Call Tour. Shout out to King ISO. His album last year, Get Well Soon. That album helped. That's one of the albums last year that really helped me get through a lot. Really did. That album, like when I was away from her, that album was getting me through. Because how much I missed her, and that album helped me. Yeah, I love you too. But not only that, y'all, we just announced for, I don't have the flyer, but the Kansas City Invasion show. What does that mean? Well, this Sunday, live on the Super Bowl, either during the halftime show or maybe before the show, the opening show, the one and only Tech Nine is performing.
Hell yes!
In support of course, his Kansas City Chiefs.
Damn right.
And not only that, but King ISO is playing there. King ISO is playing the Super Bowl now, y'all. Joey Cool is playing the Super Bowl. Like I said, it's not the halftime show, but I think it's the opening of the Super Bowl. Either way,
That's fucking awesome.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I know Shanzi is a big Eagles fan, though. Me, who do I care that wins? I don't really know because I don't know.
We don't follow football very much.
Not that much. But if
You
I
like college football.
yes, I watch college football. But
I don't understand football.
you guys know the football that I love.
Soccer.
I don't care if anyone says, yeah, or as Americans call it, soccer. Anywho, but yes, you guys know I mainly just watch the Super Bowl now sometimes for like, and because I want to snack, or I just watch them for some of the funny commercials.
Oh, the commercials.
The commercials are good. Some of the commercials are funny. Or when you're waiting to see a new trailer just for a new movie that's coming out.
The movie trailer aspect is fine, but I don't understand the commercial, the attractions of the commercials.
Well, they've had some pretty funny commercials. You
That's
can't lie.
true,
But
that's true.
like, what's one off the top of your head that you remember just seeing? If you just seen it like in the background, what was the Super Bowl trailer commercial that you remember?
I don't know because I don't watch the Super Bowl.
Because a lot of commercials usually premiere on the Super Bowl.
I know. I've never watched the Super Bowl in my life, aside from like 2 halftime shows in my entire life.
And in your opinion, from what you've watched, what has been some of the best halftime shows?
Lady
you've seen?
Gaga for sure. Lady Gaga was amazing.
Prince was a good one.
I think what else am I gonna watch? The Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake show was really good too.
Oh, that Justin Timberlake show was phenomenal.
I think that was the only time I've ever seen. I've never watched a.
You know, Rolling Stones have played the halftime
Have they
show.
really?
Yeah.
I love Rolling Stones.
Let's see who else. Anywho, but yes.
Protect what birds gonna take it.
Either way, yes, we don't care who wins.
Nope. No.
Not like, but yeah. Anywho, but she does watch the World Series from time to time.
And that's because baseball is awesome.
When you're there on TV, it's kind of good to watch on TV, but I kind of like
watching baseball on TV.
I do too. Some people say, I guess it just all depends. Like with basketball, I like to watch it on TV, but I tell people when you're actually there, it's phenomenal. But it just all depends.
But yes, I do watch the World Series. The best World Series I've seen in the last like 10 years was probably the Cubs versus the who were they playing? It was the Cubbies and the Cubs won.
What year was that?
2000. What year is this?
22.
23.
23.
2016, I think.
You can always look that up.
I could.
I think that's when they were
I
like,
remember.
I think that's when they were like, supposedly people thought they were trying to get over that curse, supposedly, because wasn't there always a rumor that they were like cursed and they would never ever win a World Series again? Yeah, I thought they were that team that people were talking.
Yeah, they were one of those teams.
Yeah, they were one of those teams that won World Series and then they were like supposedly cursed for the longest time.
Yeah, it's not how many pennants you win; it's that you win a pennant.
Yes, but all right,
Anyway.
enough sports talk.
Enough sports.
What else do we got? I think that is definitely all that we have.
That concludes our broadcast.
So, and no one really wanted this ticket unless someone entered.
Nobody wants it.
No one wants a ticket to the Super Famous Fun Time Guys show.
Nope.
We are offering you guys a free ticket.
Well, we'll see.
So maybe we can get some of you guys to enter for next year because this is a free ticket. Let's not let it go to waste.
Next week, you mean?
Yeah, for next week. Let's not let it go to waste.
Yes. The tree died for this ticket.
Yes.
Let's honor that.
Actually, this ticket is not going to be a visual ticket. It's just going to be one that we forward to them.
I
and it's
know.
gonna, yeah.
Oh, is that what you were doing? Your feeble attempt at humor. Okay.
But yes, you guys already know who I am. I am Mr. D to the O to the N to the C to the H to the A to the O to the S, your friendly neighborhood JGGALO, the Karma Millionaire. If you don't know, now you know. If you still don't know, then
Yeah,
mom's a hoe. Later, y'all. And we will see you guys on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Saturday.
Hours of Chaos podcast. Very special episode 205. 4, we are going to be joined by HB the Grizzly and her man. We both are going to be interviewing them. So see you guys Saturday.